And just continue the conversation naturally as if nothing changed. I have to be done by 4 regardless to get ready for work, so
Yeah. Figured as much.
yeah, so if we end earlier than that, that is fine as well.
Oh, did I go back to the... I moved back realms.
Back realms?
Yeah, so I had to move to a different realm.
For what?
Play with Chris.
Oh, I thought you told him what
Yeah, I did,
realm we're
but he didn't
in.
want to wait, so he just made his character and said, if I want to, I'll move it later.
Ah.
I mean, the realm moving is simple, and you don't lose anything. You can keep doing story stuff or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I know, because I changed my world to join you on yours.
Yeah.
It still costs you, though, which is annoying.
No, I mean, like, you can, like, free transfer between realms. Like, if they're on the same world server.
Oh.
The reason you couldn't do it with me is because you were on a different world server.
Mm-hmm. I just thought you had to pay, period, to switch.
No. As long as they're on the same server, you can, like, travel to the other ones.
Oh. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I watched the Chill Cat video. It was pretty good.
I got the notification for it and went, ooh, this is a new series.
Gunbreak, I think, it's just 3 DPS and a trench coat. I mean, yeah. Sort of, yeah.
I don't play tank, so I didn't really get a lot of the references, but it was still funny.
Mm-hmm. That's nothing like crazy. It's pretty much just the movement thing, which is just what you need to do as a tank in any MMO.
Honestly, he was explaining that, and I went, wait, they're supposed to not move? Most of the tanks I've seen don't not do that.
Well, it depends. Like, if you're in a boss, you just sort of move it to one spot and stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's like AoEs, in which case you just sort of move
Yeah, then you...
out of the way. Yeah.
But that's what I mean, like, I don't think I've been in a single boss fight where the tank wasn't moving, at least somewhat.
Well, yeah.
Like outside of avoiding AoEs.
Well, yeah, it's
But-
possible.
But maybe that's just because I'm playing with experienced players versus against early bosses.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the greatest tank. Let's put that at the forefront of this conversation.
I mean, you got the job done, and I guess that's true of every tank I've seen. So
Yeah, it's just there's a point where, you know, you know when to move and what to look out for. I don't remember where you were at in the story. But
to siege or not to siege? But I was in the Waking Sands,
oh no.
and I noticed Eorzea had some quests, so I took those super quick.
Probably not that important.
Well,
they might be, I don't remember.
I think one's about Garuda, so probably just hard mode for Garuda.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just the other hard mode quests. Because you only have to do the first 3, you don't have to do the other ones.
And I
Far
did
as I
not,
know.
yeah, and I did not read the dialogue for the other quest.
Yeah, because they wrap up the stuff with the Sultana, and then it's pretty much all Ishgard from here on out, as far as I know. Oh, I thought you did dungeon first.
Huh?
After? Nothing, no, I was looking at the quest list. I thought you did the dungeon before you did the trial, but I guess it's the other way around.
So, Yeah, I'm sorry about taking so long last night. I don't know. It doesn't usually take me that long to take care of that stuff, just for whatever reason. It took forever.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. I finished Borderlands 3. So,
Oh yeah?
yeah, I had it forever and I just never beat it. So.
I bought it because I was playing 2 with people and there was some interest in 3, and then we never finished 2, and so we never moved on to 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2's the better one.
Really?
3
It
is
wasn't
not
too bad.
bad. 3's not bad, but I don't know. Like the plot and everything for 2 is just better, in my opinion. The weapons in 3 are better though. There's more variety and interesting effects.
Interesting.
I don't know about the DLCs. I haven't bought the DLCs for 3, so those could be better.
Yeah, so I decided to just play my Switch and stream it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I did some stuff in Animal Crossing, and then moved on to Octopath Traveler once I finished everything I wanted to do in Animal Crossing. So that boss I was telling you about, the wolf that does a shit ton of damage and hit alls and was very annoying, and I was having trouble with. Yeah, I beat it on my second try last night.
Nice.
Like, on my own time, I grinded like 3 levels on my lowest level character that I was using.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I just was playing it on stream. And did it once, got unlucky about halfway through the fight, and everybody died, and then tried again. Didn't change anything like skills or armor wise. Just tried again, and I got like during the fight I made use of some like defense up and attack down abilities that I don't usually use because I'm more of a hit things hard until they die than actually like lower their attack.
Yeah.
But I actually made use of that stuff once in a while, and just got lucky in a couple of situations. So it worked out, and I beat it.
Nice.
And if the list of side stories I found online is accurate, then I only have 2 side quests left, one of which being to beat the final secret boss of the game.
Not bad.
So, probably won't stream when I do that, but I'm actually almost done Octopath Traveler.
Nice.
After not playing for like 3 years.
Yeah. I've been playing a little bit more Bravely Default too. It's good, but man, the bosses are brutal. If you deviate from your strategy even a tiny bit, that's it. You're done. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just I guess I have to get used to it.
Binding
Probably
Portal
like,
of Bahamut is now accessible.
yeah, that's the raid. First raid. I think.
there's 5 parts of it.
Yeah, that gives them all to you right away.
Not doing them, just leaving. Bye bye.
Yeah, no, I have them unlocked. I just never touched them. Yeah, I'm only like 4 bosses into Bravely Default 2. I don't remember exactly how far, but like, yeah, so far they've been pretty brutal with you having to strategize and stick to that strategy, or else that's it.
Yep, sounds like a Bravely Default game.
Oh.
They're all made by Square Enix, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by that I meant the Bravely Default games and Octopath Traveler. They're all made by Square Enix.
Yeah, or at least published by them.
Yeah. What can we say? Square Enix knows how to make good RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Turn-based.
They've been doing it forever.
RPGs. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even the newer Final Fantasies with the like action combat stuff are still good.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny because they like pretty sure the story was that they were going out of business, so they had one last-ditch effort game, which was the original Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's something like that.
And, yeah, and it saved the company, and now they're 15 games deep in Final Fantasy, and I have a bunch of other RPGs and other games.
Yeah. Basically, if there's an RPG it's usually made by Square Enix. If it's not Square Enix, then it's Atlas.
I would stay here and fight.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
Maybe once I'm done with the messenger
But what
on
other
Thursdays,
choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
I think it's worth it. It's definitely fun.
With certain notable exceptions.
I haven't bought it yet because that's one like.
You don't mean Iceheart?
The games that I think I'll love.
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
I try to get physical.
Then there remains a sliver of hope.
Yeah, that's fair.
If we can persuade Iceheart
So
to act as our
I haven't gotten
intermediary,
it yet
we may yet be able
because
to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody
things
cause.
have been shut down, and the only way I'd be able to get it is
If
to
there
order
is
it
to
off
be a
Amazon.
meeting, I would accompany you.
So
Estinian.
if I bought it right now on Amazon, it would be here
Even
by
with
Sunday,
your
May 9th.
intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare.
It's a good game. I think the plot is less convoluted than first game, at least so far.
With the power of the eye at my disposal,
I mean, that could change,
and the vaunted
but
strength of the warrior of light, we could conceivably
for
slay
now,
the
it feels like a
beast
very
outright.
typical
If
Final
we are
Fantasy
to risk a
RPG
face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm,
style game.
I, for one, would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon.
But I guess the first game felt like that till the
I
end.
should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Isart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise.
And then, I don't know about briefly second. I've never touched it. I just know it
A word of
exists.
advice.
Yeah.
Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the
If
Lord
3DS
Commander
capture cards
accused
weren't
of
so
consorting with
volatile,
heretics.
from what I know,
Indeed.
that would, like, I would definitely want to
I thank you for
try,
your
but
counsel, Estinian.
there's
We
just
shall
so
be
many
honored
other
to have you
things
with
that I'd
us.
rather play and or stream
Mm.
that I
I'm
haven't,
glad to be of service.
still haven't even bothered with it.
Yeah. I didn't know the capture cards for 3DS were, you know,
Well-
all over the place.
It's more so that if you aren't careful, it's very easy to break them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like, just from watching people's videos, like, they would often, like, overheat and they'd have to take a break from recording and shit like that.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. And, like, I remember mid-video someone dropped their 3DS with the capture card and it snapped off.
Oh, jeez.
Like, yeah, good thing you spent the money on that one for your living of making
Yeah.
videos on Pokemon, and all it took was a bad fall and
That's it.
done.
Yeah, it's...
So
That sounds deeply unfortunate.
I think the newer ones for like the new 3DS were better, but
Yeah.
also more expensive because the new 3DS was, it just worked different to install one.
Mhm.
I want the
I don't
defenses
know.
of the outer ward
I really
rebuilt.
have no
See
interest
to
in
it that the ballistas are in
streaming
good repair
3DS stuff.
and supplied with enough ammunition
That's
for a
fair.
prolonged siege.
Speaking of
How much, my
3D
lord?
stuff, I don't know why this reminded me of. I seen somewhere that there was rumors of Nintendo putting out 3D like Zelda collection
Ah,
for
would seem I have visitors.
the anniversary.
Unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Well, I would love that. I highly doubt that
Pray
they
forgive
ever
us for
would.
interrupting you in the midst of your
Not for like
preparations,
Skyward
Sir
Sword,
Emeric.
but like
But as you
Wind
research the
Waker,
impending
Ocarina
No.
of Time, Majora's Mask,
that's-
but I doubt they will.
we
That's
believe
what I
there is a
mean.
chance the invasion might be
Uh,
halted before it even
Ocarina of
begins.
Time had a GameCube port and then a 3DS remake. Majora's Mask,
divulge
I'm
a
pretty
little
sure was
more
the
at this
same thing.
time,
At the very least,
but I
had the
must
3DS
nevertheless
remake.
request that you advise
Wind
the Holy
Waker
See
had
to refrain
HD
from
on
launching any
Wii
preemptive
U.
sorties
Twilight
whilst we
Princess
seek to
had
put our plans in
HD on
motion.
Wii U.
Mhm.
And now Skyward Sword is
I
getting
will gladly
HD
lend
on
my support to any
Switch. Like,
endeavor that could
no,
spare the
they're
blood of my countrymen. But I would know
No,
more
I
they'll
never- that's
do
why it's a rumor.
HD upscales every
Will you not
once in a
share
while.
aught
They're
of this
never gonna
mysterious
release a
undertaking?
3D collection.
That's why it's a rumor. I didn't believe it, but it'd be
What
cool.
I would believe they would do is a 2D collection.
Yeah, that's probably a lot easier to put together.
Simply because those games are smaller and easier to put together. But that being said, Link's Awakening just got the Switch port a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, so
Which I still haven't beat. I have it, I just haven't beat it.
Be spent shoring up the city's defenses.
I fucking went to a 7-Eleven because I heard that they have the special edition Slurpee cups for it. I don't even own the game. I never ended up buying the game.
I thought you bought it.
No.
I must admit,
I
mere
made
thought
that
of it has
special
much
trip
to
to the
dispel my
7-Eleven to get us those cups. And I
Carry out
still
your
don't
plan.
even have the
I shall do
game.
what I can for you.
Oh, I thought you had bought the game.
No.
That's why.
I just thought it looked really cute.
Yeah.
And, like, I was in, like, when I saw that, I was in, like, my middle of a huge, like, special edition collectible craze where I was trying to get as much stuff for stuff I like as I could. So like, I saw on Twitter that 7-Eleven had these special edition cups, and I was just like, I know where a 7-Eleven is. Like, it was the last day, and I made a special trip just to get them.
Ah, see, I thought you got the game. I think I got it as a Christmas gift. Which is why I feel bad I haven't beat it yet. But
yeah, I still have.
I'll play it eventually. It's there.
Yeah, I still have several Christmas gifts that I haven't finished.
The dragons are coming. Let them come. In their hundreds and their thousands.
You know what? I could see them remaking Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. But that's something I could see them doing. If they've done Link's Awakening, I could see them doing the same thing for those.
Sorry, Archbishop Thornton the Seventh is talking. I can't really hear you.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Let the Archbishop speak. I hate her. I hate her.
Dragon bad. Nidhogg, even Nidhogg won't be able to resist when they get the Divine Blade, blah blah blah.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
Deception? Maybe I should be paying more attention.
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution.
Why does the Archbishop have an evil smile?
We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
I don't know if I predicted this before, but I feel like the
Stinian and this warrior of light. They have plans of their own.
I feel like the plot is going to be that
leave them to their purpose.
The Archbishop is actually
we must each play the role
evil.
We have been given.
No duh after this cutscene. But the Draconians have only been attacking Ishgard for as long as they have because this Archbishop and his order. Oh. Zephyrin just got an evil voice. They like took something from the dragons or something, which is why they're always attacking, because they're just trying to get it back.
Maybe. We'll find out.
Oh wait, no, the Nidhogg guy. Duh, Nidhogg wants his eye back. But I feel like there's something
they already
other than
say that.
I feel like, I feel like there's something additionally to that.
There might be. Honestly, I don't remember. like I remember the plot, but I don't remember if there's anything additional that they bring out.
What were you saying you could see Nintendo releasing or doing?
Well, remakes of Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages.
Have they not yet?
Don't think so.
I know they released them on the 3DS eShop because I bought Seasons and beat it.
Oh, did they re-release? Oh, maybe they have, but I don't think they've
not remakes, just like just the game on as is on the 3DS eShop.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they haven't released in HD or anything like that. Technically, they did do Four Swords.
Oh yeah, they did. I always forget about Four Swords.
Yeah, because they did the... What was it called? Like Four Swords Adventures or something like that?
Something like that.
On 3DS. which, I'm gonna be completely honest, I beat the entire game on my own.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty straightforward.
Like, I think it'd be easier and more fun and interesting if I had done it with other people, but it was easy enough that I just did it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then they technically did a reboot of it with Triforce Heroes.
Oh, I forgot that existed too. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
That was for the 3DS, right?
Yeah. Which was another game that I started playing on my own. And, oh, Alpha Node new fit. Alpha Node new fit. Alpha Node new fit. Alpha Node new fit.
Actually, Alpha Node's outfits don't change that much. They're all pretty generally the same.
I disagree. This new fit is fire.
Or maybe his outfit between the original and this game is quite different. I don't remember. I just remember his current outfit because that's what I see him in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's his outfit from this that doesn't change much going forward.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because everyone else has pretty major outfit changes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all of them for the better. At least in my opinion.
So, I've told you that I'm playing in a D&D campaign now, right?
I think you brought up that you were going to play D&D again, but I don't remember you ever saying you started playing.
Yeah, we did the first session last week.
Oh, good. How was it?
It was... Well, as far as first sessions go, no one died.
It's good.
But also nothing happened. So... As far as I know, the whole story and world is homebrew, like made by.
Oh, that's always fun. Yeah.
So, essentially, from what he's told us of the plot, is that there is a war between the Mechanites, which are like a clockwork race of order and balance and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the evil, fleshy demon people that I don't remember the name of.
Okay, pretty cool.
And like, I was making my character not knowing this yet. And like, because Tasha's stuff came out and I haven't gotten to use any of it yet, I wanted to use the clockwork sorcerer, so then they told me that this was the plot and I just went, okay, I accidentally made a perfect character for this campaign.
Those are the best ones. Like, I'll never forget the campaign I'm in. The campaign before that, their original group of people, the one guy showed up and pulled out his character sheet and said the character name and said the last name Blackwell, and the DM looks at him and he's like, all right. It turns out that the villain that the DM had created without anyone else's knowledge was also Blackwell. So it was perfect. So they worked it into the story and made him like a failed clone of this like original Black WoW. It was really cool. It's probably one of the coolest things I've ever heard happen.
Like, just happy coincidence is like that, or always super fun. But yeah, so there's this city in the Arctic Circle that's like all machines, and it's like a huge mechanical city that everything's built off of. So it's like a 10-layered city, 5 positive, 5 negative, whatever.
Yeah.
And we start in a tavern on the top level, and we're slowly getting all the characters introduced and together, which I realized an hour after we ended the session that I walked up to these people, said and did whatever, and never introduced myself. So I'm just this weird elf following these people around, and I still haven't told them my name or anything.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Like, it was completely on accident. Like, I totally meant to like go up, do what I went up to do, and then introduce myself. But then just conversations around what I did started happening, and I completely forgot to say what my name was or introduce myself at all. So I'm just hanging out with these people.
It's kind of funny. You're just kind of there having a good time.
Yeah, I know all their names, none of them know mine. But yeah, the entire session was basically spent in that tavern, because this weird rain started happening, and
chocolate rain.
No.
Nobody. You don't remember that YouTube video? The like really old one.
I don't think.
I'll find it and send it to you. But anyway, keep going. I was interrupting you for my chocolate rain joke.
That's fine. I'm just trying to fight a thing and take actual rings out while fighting the thing, because I don't have enough damage to fight this thing. I am dying.
Oh. Can I come with you?
No. It's just level 50, but I'm a white mage, and I didn't have my chocobo out because I didn't think this was going to turn into a fight. Anyways, yeah, so this weird rain starts happening, and like, the way one of the characters got introduced was that I don't know exactly what they are, but they're like some kind of cyborg creature. So like, they walk in to the tavern while it's raining, and like one of their arms is literally melting from it.
Oh.
And like, they just replace the arm once they get inside out of the rain.
That's pretty cool.
Or do something. I don't remember the exact details of how that worked, but I'm sure it'll get more explained as we go along.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we were stuck in there. And me being a sorcerer, I decided, I had the cantrip, control water. So I was just like, just to see, but also if it worked, then I had acid rain. So I tried to use shape water on it to like direct it into a water skin.
Yeah.
And the spell just didn't work. So whatever it is, it's not even fucking water.
Jesus.
So that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, we were just stuck in a tavern for hours talking and shenanigans and whatever, and then the rain finally let up and we went to the inn.
Yeah.
And that's where it ended because one of the players had to leave for something and no one felt like continuing with it without everyone there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which
sounds pretty decent. Even for like a first session. Nobody died. That's always a plus.
Yep. Like the DM told me that because of the kinds of characters that some of the players made, he was fully expecting them to get into a fight with each other immediately.
Well, that kind of, yeah.
Like he was fully expecting like near constant PvP. Well, not near constant, but he was expecting PvP.
Oh, really? Jeez. I actually never had that happen in any campaign, as far as I remember. It's gotten close, but I've never...
Came pretty fucking close a few times in one campaign, I remember.
Did it?
Yeah, between you and Jay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But like even then, like that was it's probably the closest it's ever been.
It was still pretty close.
Yeah, but it made sense. Honestly, in all honesty, it was well done and it made sense character-wise.
Yeah, and then just things happened with the campaign. It wasn't that long after that we stopped playing, unfortunately.
Yeah. At least my other campaign is still going. I actually, speaking of D&D, I found a bunch of my old character sheets the other day when I was going through stuff. Because I got a folder of old character sheets. There was like characters in there. I'm like, I don't even remember playing these in campaigns. Like, what are these characters? Like, I found my original character sheet from my like first campaign, and I could see like the erase marks where the armor class got erased because we thought armor class was a number that went down and not a static number that determined rolls or something. Yeah, so that was kind of fun to find. Just remembering some of the stuff that happened.
I think you've also told me that you just make characters sometimes.
Oh, that's probably what the other characters are. I know in D&D Beyond I have... Actually, I don't think I have extra characters now. I look at that. I actually think all my characters are characters I'm playing or played in some capacity.
Well, with only 6, you kind of get limited.
Yeah, technically all these characters I played because, like, Glenn is there, Ivari, which is my other campaign, is there, Exos is there. My 2 versions of Flawed, which is only because his class changed, so the one I'll probably get rid of. And just a random extra character slot I haven't used.
I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna seem mean to the other players, and I don't want it to be mean. But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it anyways. I liked Glenn the best.
Oh no.
And I feel like my bias was not very well hidden sometimes.
Maybe.
But
I enjoy Glenn. I think I could have fleshed out the backstory more.
But that's the thing. Like, the reason why I liked Glenn the best was because you also played him the best comparatively.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed playing Glenn as a character more than I enjoyed Braxos. Not that playing for Braxos and being a dumb strong man wasn't enjoyable, because it is.
Oh my god, Glenn got fucking massacred on the first level of the fucking dungeon.
Glenn got massacred every single time. That's how the character ended.
Oh my god, yes, like...
This is because I didn't put anything on con. It was just, in hindsight, a very stupid move.
You got fucking hit by anything and died. You got jumped by a bunch of servants and died.
Yeah.
We retconned it, but, like, that still happened.
I think that was the worst one.
Yeah, you forgot to heal and you went snooping around on your own. And you got...
It was a good idea.
You forgot to heal. And you got jumped by a bunch of servants who all hit you for 1 damage. And fucking died.
Yeah, that was something. I actually think I have as much 14 con as how much con Glenn had. How much con does my wizard have?
Probably more.
Yeah, I got 17 con. But that's also, I'm also not maxed in for that character.
Like, yeah, like my sorceress, if she gets hit by fucking anything, she's gonna die.
Yeah, that's...
But,
honestly, my wizard is surprisingly beefy. I have like 93 health. I mean, it's on board level 13, but still, that's
pretty good for a wizard.
And it's not like I don't have defense. Like, War Wizard gives you enough armor class where, like, if I have all my abilities running, I have at least 17 armor.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I figured I could go one of 2 ways. I could, like, do Constitution high, or I could do Dexterity high. So I went with the Dexterity, so I have +4 Dexterity. So I have a base of armor class of 14. And I was thinking about it, and I hate mage armor. I think it's such a waste of a spell slot, or spell. Yeah, I think it's a waste of a spell on sorcerers.
I mean, I have it, because...
Yeah, but wizards also get 7 million spells.
Sorcerers and I just keep 1 in an item stock, so it's easier.
Yeah, but like sorcerers, you get...
You don't.
Like...
Yeah.
12 spells total? Like, probably a bit more than that, but...
It's probably more than that. I don't remember. I deleted my only sorcerer.
Yeah, like, you don't get a lot of spells.
Even with wizard, like, if I... Then it's become a running joke that I don't use enough spell slots. But...
You hit things instead?
No, I just use cantrips.
But,
like, if I run out of spell slots, then I'm screwed, because I can't do anything, because I don't have spell slots. So it's like, it's a hard.
Like, you need to keep the spell slots so that you can use stuff when you really need it.
Yeah, sometimes I have a bad habit of not using things when I probably should, but...
I mean, as long as everything works out at the end.
Usually it does.
But,
man, polymorph? Fantastic spell. It's like...
Yes.
Like O2, oh shit, something's gone wrong, or I am dying and have 10 health. Okay. Turn into a T-Rex. Problem solved. I now have, like, over 100 health. Yeah, but anyway.
I thought polymorph you had to target a creature you can see, so you couldn't cast it on yourself.
What? No, you can cast it on yourself. If not, I've been using it wrong for like almost 2 years now.
I mean, equally DM's choice. If they want to change the rule and say you can.
That's how it's always been done, as far as I know.
Polymorph. Yeah. This spell transforms a creature that you can see within range into a new form.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been using it like that.
I mean,
Forever.
literally, as I wrote D&D Polymorph, D&D Polymorph Self was the first thing that started coming up.
Well, nobody's made a comment about it, so... Actually, you know what? I think I brought it up originally. So...
Wait, I thought Polymorph you keep your mental stats.
No.
Now you fully change?
No, you change fully.
Huh. Yeah, no. Like, rules as written, you cannot use Polymorph on yourself.
That's how I used it for the past 2 years, so...
Oh yeah, the target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. So, okay. Let me put it this way then. If, let's say you can polymorph yourself. Let's say you have a hand mirror and you look at yourself in the mirror. Now you can cast the spell on yourself.
Yeah, like
there's ways around it.
Yeah.
So let's say through whatever means you're allowed to target yourself, or the DM just changes the rules so that you can target yourself. Okay, whatever. Your mental statistics change, which means your spell casting would change.
Yeah, you don't have spell casting. The way I've always done it is I just can't cast spells. Like, it'd be stupid.
Well, no. That's the thing I was getting at. The spell lasts until either the time runs out or you lose concentration.
Yeah, I know.
So if you transform yourself into a creature that can't cast spells, would that not mean that the spell ends and you would transform back? Like your mental stats change. Like you don't even have the same mind. So the spell.
Honestly, I've never really looked into it that far. It's never really come up.
Yeah.
You can polymorph yourself though. Like.
No, like there's
definitely
ways
literally. Jeremy Crawford made a tweet on it at one point. He's like, yourself, you can just look down. Like something of blindness or darkness can prevent it. Like it's literally just a matter of can you see yourself?
I didn't even think of like looking at down at yourself. I was thinking looking in a mirror or whatever. But yeah, like that makes complete sense as well. But I'm surprised no one thought about the logistics of the spell being cancelled because you can't concentrate on the spell because you're no longer the creature that casts the spell.
It's never come up. I mean,
don't get me wrong.
Right.
I think that like that completely breaks the purpose of being able to cast it on yourself. So I think it's fine that it doesn't work like that.
Well, now I'm thinking about it.
I just think it's kind of funny that no one seems to have considered that before.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean it's with the Constitution modifier of what you're using, right? So.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, that's how I've done it. Is you just use the con of whatever you're playing as, and it's not as bad as you think because 9 times out of 10, as a beast, you have decent con, so like rolling the save.
Yeah, and depending on what you turn into, you have a high enough AC that you probably won't be getting hit as often as you were anyways.
Yeah.
But no, like I completely understand using the creature you turn into to roll concentration when you get hit and stuff. I mean, simply turning yourself into the creature, can you concentrate on the spell maintaining the transformation?
I feel like Jeremy Crawford wouldn't make a point of saying you can use it yourself without that being the intention.
Yeah. I don't know, that was just where my brain first went when I started thinking about it like that. About using
That's
it on yourself.
not where my brain went. My brain instantly went to, I can turn into a T-Rex now. Was literally it. But anyway, I mean, 9 times out of 10, when I do use it, it's usually not in the middle of a fight. It's at the end of a fight where I'm like low on health, and it's like, alright, I just need this extra health pool. You know, maybe I do 2 attacks, 3 attacks. It's just to keep me from dying to anything that may accidentally hit me.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think it's perfectly fine that it works the way that it works. But my first thought when you said you transform yourself into a T-Rex, my first thought was, can a T-Rex maintain concentration on the spells, keeping it a T-Rex? Or because it is now a T-Rex, it doesn't have the wherewithal to maintain the concentration on staying as a T-Rex?
I feel like that's too deep of a thought. Like,
hey, my brain goes where it wants to go.
At that point, I don't know. But anyway.
At that point, casting it on yourself is useless unless you're transforming into something with a high enough intelligence and...
Which doesn't happen very often.
Which, like, if you can only transform into beasts, so...
Yeah. Maybe owl, giant owl, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I would say at least an intelligence of 10. And I don't know how many beasts have even that high.
Honestly, I have no idea. But anyway, yeah. That was, I never really thought about that. The actual part of being able to see yourself, I figured, you know, made enough sense.
Yeah. Like I knew that there were ways around it.
I look down. That's literally it.
But yeah, like I said, my first thought was look in a mirror or something.
Yeah, just to see yourself.
Like, yes, there's ways around the be able to see yourself. But yeah, like as written, technically you can't see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But also technically I could look at my hand and say I'm looking at myself. But my hand isn't my whole self, so...
Yeah. No, that's...
Like...
No, it was just like, oh shit, have I been doing this wrong?
No, like... If anything, it's just the... Like what I said, like, can the creature you turn into maintain the spell? But...
I mean,
that
I'm sure something like... Mm-hmm. No, keep going, and then...
yeah, thinking of the spell working in that way completely defeats the purpose of being able to polymorph yourself.
To do it. Yeah. Because it's like, it's come in handy to quite a few situations. Like, oh, Water Fortress is being destroyed, everyone else is down but me. Turn into giant octopus, grab everyone, leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, stuff like that. Honestly, I think if I was using it wrong, I hope my DM would say something to me. Like, at this point, after, like, almost 2 years.
Like, I'm pretty sure your DM literally said it's fine to use it like this.
Probably at some point. Like, was it? He's usually pretty quick on the draw with stuff. Like, this week I went to go do something, and I like misty stepped, and then went to do another spell out of like habit from other campaigns. And it was like immediate, like, are you sure you can do that? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Isn't Misty Step a bonus action?
Yes, but it's still a spell.
It's
still a spell.
So you can't.
So,
I always forget about that rule because to me, having that rule feels like it defeats the purpose of Quicken Spell. But
for sorcery, yeah. I feel like Quicken Spell should be adjusted to let you do it, but
well, at the same time, it still gives you 2 actions. One being a bonus, like I can cast a spell and use an item, or hit with a weapon, or use a cantrip.
Yeah.
Like it makes complete sense why that rule is in place. It just feels like because of the way Quicken Spell is written, it feels like the specifics of Quicken Spell should overwrite the general rule of no 2 spells on the same turn.
No, I can agree with that, because like it's a limited resource. It's not like you can pump out, Quicken Spelled fireballs forever, right? Like, even if you want to get back your sorcery points, you have to spend spell slots to get them back.
Yeah.
Like you're capped on what you can do with it.
Yeah.
So no, I can agree with that for sure. But it's keep going.
Well, it's the thing about like literally in the player's handbook, and like everywhere you look, it everywhere says the specifics of something overwrite the general rule, right?
Yes, yeah.
But even like Jeremy Crawford and like the D&D writers have said Quicken Spell lets you use a spell as a bonus action, it does not overwrite the general rule of no 2 spells on the same turn. But the way that Quicken Spell is written, it feels like the specifics should be that you can use a spell and a Quicken Spell for both.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm pretty sure Quicken Spell literally just says you use 2 sorcery points to use an action spell as a bonus action. So no. Like even the way it's written, no.
But like it should, just by the idea.
It feels like that was the intention, and then the writers behind the intention said, no, that's not the intention, and it's just like, but
I mean, you can cast 2 spells. It just has to be a can.
But 2 fireballs in the same turn.
I mean, thinking about it that way, I guess it's not that bad, because like the cantrips get decently powerful. Like Firebolt ends up doing like 30 damage at max. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah. For
a spell you don't, have to use anything for aside from action.
And, like you can use your cantrip Firebolt and then upscale or upcast Fireball and Quicken Spell, one of them.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, it's definitely interesting.
Like, and to me, like the argument that I always have or like think of is that you have a limited number of spell slots and a limited number of sorcery points. So even if, like, people say, oh, casting 2 fireballs on the same turn is too much damage in a single turn, like, that's not fair. But it's like...
At higher levels? No? Maybe?
One, at higher levels, no, but even at... Let's say what level do you get Fireball at?
3rd level.
3rd level? Well, it's a 3rd level spell. I think like the actual character level is 5 when you start getting 3rd level spells.
Oh yeah, I think somewhere around that.
Right? So like at level 5, and I'm thinking of the sorcerer. At level 5 you get 1 3rd level spell slot or 2?
Actually,
I want to say 2.
I can just look it up. Let me just make it sorcerer.
I'm pretty sure at 5th level you get 2 3rd level spell slots. So even if I can cast Fireball twice in the same turn, I only get 2 casts of Fireball, whether it's on the same turn or a turn apart. I'm still casting Fireball twice, and that's all I can do. And at
you're still
levels,
on a set, like a bit of resources, like you're not.
Yeah, and even at higher levels, like, yeah, you have more options for spells, and you can get a lot of damage out in a single turn. But so can fucking barbarians and warriors with multi-attack.
Yeah,
extra attack.
I mean,
multi-attack.
Yeah, Rogue doesn't get multi-attack because Rogue can do
sneak
stupid
attack
amounts of damage. Yeah,
and like
in one go.
Like
the one guy who plays Rogue in my current campaign can hit like 90 to 100 damage in one attack. Like, you know, if you had a multi-attack for that, it would be crazy.
Yeah, how much damage dice is Fireball?
One sec. Let me open up.
It starts at 3d6, right?
I think so. Here, one sec.
I was just looking at it while I was writing Explosion. And I want to say it's 8d6. Okay.
Yeah, 3rd level. Yeah. And then it scales by 1 as you go up.
Sneak attack starts at 3d6. That was it. But your rogue gets whatever damage dice.
You can evade.
Plus their evasion, but I'm thinking strictly in terms of damage.
Yeah.
They get their weapon attack damage, they get their sneak attack damage, and depending on what they are and what they're doing, they can have second weapon attack or spell if they're Arcane Trickster, or if they're an assassin, they get even more fucking damage from sneak attack.
I mean, not many people use assassin. I've never seen anyone use it.
Yeah, but like the options are there.
Yeah.
How do I get that either? I'll figure it out after. So like even if you're just strictly comparing rogue to sorcerer, like they have, like if sorcerer only gets a single fireball in a turn, they have comparable damage. But the sorcerer only gets 2 turns of fireball. Depending on party composition and how the fight's going and everything, the rogue can have infinite turns of sneak attack.
Yeah, one sec. You wanted to know when you started getting spell slots?
Yeah, 3rd level spell slots. I'm pretty sure it's level 5.
Level 4, nothing. Level 5, nothing. Level 6. Like, there has to be.
Yeah, that sounds wrong. I'm pretty sure you get it first.
Oh, it's because I have to refresh the add spell section here. Yeah, so by 3 you still have 2nd level.
I'm pretty sure it's 5th level that you get.
Yeah, 5th level.
Yeah,
is when you start getting
2 3rd level spell slots. And again, strictly comparing sorcerer to rogue, rogue gets sneak attack at level 3. So they're getting sneak attack damage for 2 levels before you even get your fireball. And by 5th level, I'm pretty sure sneak attack damage dice goes up.
I think so.
Matt?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find Ice Heart, and the game told me to go to this house, and now it's telling me to go downstairs, but all the doors are... What the fuck?
Which quest is it?
Never mind. I was zoomed out and my screen was dark, so I tried to go through what I thought was a door, but it was a wall. Which was right next to the door. And then I climbed onto the roof, and when I fell off, my chocobo ran from inside out. And I saw the door moving.
No, I was gonna, you know how I asked what quest you're on? It was probably just In Search of Ice Heart.
Yes, it's In Search of Ice Heart.
That makes sense.
Which, hello, polar bears? Why are there polar bears here now?
I don't know.
Oh, tamed war bear. And a tamed war bear. Not very tame. They started attacking as soon as I walked in. But yeah, like...
I don't know.
If sneak attack goes up by 1 damage every level, then by 5th level they'd be doing 5d6, right?
Yeah.
On sneak attack. So... And fireball is 8d6.
Yep.
So... Sneak attack is only 3d6 less at 5th level, but they get their weapon attacks on top of it. I have 1 item slot left. I have 2 item slots left. I need to get whatever items for the Faded Orchestrion rolls, because there's too many of them in my inventory. I don't know. All in all, I think it's fine that Quicken Spell doesn't let you use 2 regular spells, but there's definitely argument to be had for why it's fine.
Yeah.
Simply because comparing to other classes, they have technically infinite use of their abilities and damage, whereas sorcerers and wizards are on limited spell slots. And why did I even say wizard? It's just for fucking sorcerer. Wizards don't get Quicken Spell.
No, we don't.
Yeah, like other classes get things that make them more effective and overall more DPS efficient.
Yeah.
So it's just like, let's be completely honest. If Quicken Spell worked where you could use multiple in the same turn, you would just run out of spell slots immediately.
Oh.
And would be down to just cantrips.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't see you, like,
and
having
it's like,
that big of an issue.
It's like, okay, yeah, so you use sorcery points to be able to cast multiple spells in the same turn, but then you're out of spell slots. Okay. But then the argument is, but then you can use your sorcery points to get spell slots back? No. I just used all my fucking spell slots to quicken spell.
Mm-hmm.
Or like majority of them. So it's
Yeah.
like, do you keep your sorcery points so that you can extend your damage and bring spell slots back so that you can cast Fireball again? Or do you go for massive burst damage and hope everything dies in a single turn?
Exactly. It's just a matter of which one you decide.
And like a sorcerer, like as soon as they're out of spell slots and sorcery points, they're down to just cantrips. And yeah, like some cantrips like Firebolt and stuff are decent.
Yeah, like Firebolt is good, like damage wise, at least in my opinion.
But sometimes you're going for a theme character, and because of your theme, you're not taking Firebolt.
Yeah. Instead, you take Ice.
Yeah, me. I'm the only one that
Right,
does that.
No, I'm sure there are other people that do something similar. I doubt you're the only person to make themed characters.
I'm sorry, I just think it's so stupid that of all the element types, ice is the fucking worst. Like, it's fucking
Even lightning
ice.
is pretty decent.
Like, I don't remember if I ever sent it to you, but like, there's a pretty nasty sorcerer paladin based around lightning damage.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I've seen it. It's pretty good.
Oh, I just saw Chocolate Rain.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
What the fuck? I'm so confused.
Why are you confused?
On desktop Discord, it says I have a notification, but I just opened Discord on my phone, and there are no notifications, so I don't know why I have a ping.
I don't know. I really wanted to try dual wielding as a character, but
I need you to go.
is there a dual wielding feat? I think there is.
Yes.
Dual wielder.
How do I? Oh, there it is. There's the leaf party. I don't remember what it's called, but I was looking into it because I wanted to have the option of attacking twice as a sorcerer.
Yeah.
But, you know, they made staves and quarterstaves not, I think they need to have the light property. Because there's the default 2-weapon fighting, which everybody can use, but the specifics of it is that you have to have 2 light weapons, 1 in each hand, to be able to use it. So of course they made staves not light. Like,
I mean, would you really be able to use 2 staves? Like,
from what? Hey, here's the thing. They're not marked as 2-handed.
no, but I mean, like, using a staff in real life, would you really not? And I speak from experience. It is not easy to wield 2 staffs at once. Like, trying to use one staff is.
It's not easy to wield 2 swords at once.
True. Anyway, it's. Yeah, with 2 swords, like, I don't know. You don't really. Oh, whatever. I won't
as far as D&D is concerned, the specifics of being able to use two weapon attacks in the same turn is to, without having the feat, is to have both weapons with the light armor.
Yeah.
And because of that specific rule, you cannot dual wield staves. I didn't even want to dual wield staves. I wanted to have dagger in one hand, staff in the other hand, so that I could cast spells with the staff and, if needed, attack with both on the occasional turn. But like the classic image is of two staves, right? So, which is why, like, I didn't even say what two weapons I wanted to hold. You would immediately assume two staves.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it staves because I know I had a staff sword.
Yeah.
Which got instantly destroyed. It was cool, but yeah. Anyway, no.
Yeah, that's actually the thing that I found, which is while researching it, because it's kind of funny. All arcane focuses, so wand, staff, whatever,
Focus. Release.
none of them are marked light.
Know your
Yep.
folly.
Not that most people want to hit enemies with their wand. Like, I don't even know how much damage it does.
I don't know. No, the staff thing was cool because it was homebrew staff. That when I used a spell, the staff got the element of whatever spell I used.
Oh, to like
Press
take
next
action
attack?
with it?
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
But instantly, not instantly, but I think we ended up in some ruins somewhere, and there was a statue that destroyed metal items, and my staff was the first sacrifice, so it got all rusted. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think I actually tossed it because I was like, I don't have the dex or the strength to use it because I think it stabs you strength or something stupid.
Hi, micro ice.
Or polars, I don't remember, but whatever. I didn't have the stats to use it at the time, and I was like, that's fine, it's gone. But now I look back on it, I'm like, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, like it was definitely a late game weapon.
Like, you know, just to have, especially because I have decent armor. Now. It's just funny. I just happen to remember that when you brought up stabs.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like I just wanted to have the option to be able to do that, and because of the way things are written, I can't, and it's sad.
Yeah, no, that kind of sucks.
I am being told that you are a bit louder than me, so I am adjusting your volume.
Well, that usually doesn't happen.
I know, usually you're very quiet.
First. Wait, how did I end up out of your party?
I had to leave because of duty thing.
Okay,
Like, I literally have you at 200% because whenever I'm in a call with you and other people, you are always the quietest. So the fact that I'm being told that you're louder than me, one, makes sense because you're at 200%, but also never happens.
No, it's happened before. It's just funny. It doesn't happen very often. I've had it happen in other Discords. I think I showed up one day and it was like, holy shit, you're so loud. I'm like, that doesn't happen. It's usually not a thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe because we usually play at night, and I definitely, like, between right
I'm
now
probably
and at
quieter.
night, you're definitely a lot quieter at night. So maybe you just have more energy, so you're louder in that sense.
That's a possibility, actually. Yeah, I'm not playing Final Fantasy. I'm now looking at D&D characters.
Yeah, I realized, I figured when you never started streaming to the Discord that you were probably just not gonna be doing a whole lot since you're done.
I mean, there are things I could be doing. Like, there are quests that I have that I should probably do. I just...
Don't get me wrong, like, I'll play, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I get so bored of this game, but when I'm playing with you, like, even though we're not doing anything in the game together, like, this is so much more interesting, and we can just talk, and I just run around and ignore everything that people are telling me.
Yeah,
so, like,
and I mean,
as far as I'm concerned, you could be playing Borderlands right now. As long as you're in the call with me, I don't really care.
Oh no, I'm playing Final Fantasy. I have a few small quests to hand in. No, it gives you something to do and someone to talk to while you're in between things that aren't important to the story and you're doing fetch quests, is basically. Because the plot does get good, but then there's moments where it's like, alright, I'm doing this again, like you're gonna make me have another fetch quest?
Yeah. Like, that being said, I never finished talking about elemental sorcerers, just because something else got said and we started talking about that instead. But, like, I do think that, ice, or cold, as D&D calls it, is the worst sorcerer element.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more doable on wizards.
Just because you have more spells and stuff?
That, and, like, you can just completely change the kind of wizard you're playing as on the fly. Like, sorcerers, before the Tasha's rules, like, once you picked your spells, you were locked into making that kind of sorcerer.
Yeah.
So, like, now with the Tasha rules, it takes a bit of time and probably a bit of money, depending on your dungeon master, but you can spend time to, like, change your subclass and change your spells. Like, those are optional rules that they added in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. But, like, acid and poison, there's a lot of acid and poison spells that you can make that combo together for really powerful sorcerer. I started talking about the paladin sorcerer, lightning. It's like, it's a palace orc that focuses on lightning abilities. Because I believe that there's one of the smites that uses lightning damage.
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but yes, there is.
So, like...
Or at least thunder.
I know thunder for sure. I thought that there was a lightning one. Blena Ariat has logged out?
Yeah, my game crashed.
Ah. I was gonna say, you're still in my party. I think it's so weird that you're still in the party despite not being in the game.
Well, I think it keeps the party instance, so like if you sign in, then you'll just be instantly back in that specific party.
But yeah, like, I'm pretty sure there is a lightning smite. I seem to remember you using that because you were the lightning dragonborn.
Oh yeah, that's possible.
Like,
I have to pull up Thraxos and stuff again.
Like, I'm pretty sure the build is literally Bronze Dragonborn, Sorcerer, Paladin, with a focus on lightning stuff. Because then
so you're telling me I inadvertently made the build?
Yeah, you made half of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, once you get Elemental Adept Lightning, like, you have Lightning Bolt as a Sorcerer, you have... It mostly focuses on Lightning Bolt and hitting hard with Smite, because Smite is a spell. So, when you roll the damage on the Smite, Elemental Adept affects it.
I have to look at that. Yeah, so I tried to do the New Game Plus thing and replay the story for Heaven's Ward so I can at least play it.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps. And when I did that, it crashed. I don't know if it's just my computer or what. Let me try this again. Resume suspended chapter. We'll see. Okay.
Do some Aether Currents only show up when you've gotten other ones? Or are they all just around?
Oh no. I think they're all just around, as far as I know.
Because I feel like I've been in areas already, and like since unlocking the Aether Currents here, I feel like I've been near these Aether Currents, and they were not there before, but now they are. And I don't know if that's just me misremembering, or if they weren't there before.
Okay, so the second part, according to the
Second part?
one second, I think my computer just crashed. Or at least Final Fantasy crashed again. Yeah, it did. But anyway, so according to the New Game Plus thing for Heaven's Ward, the second part of Heaven's Ward starts at like the middle of the level 20 or level 24, level 54 quest, so I'll probably start using that when you get that far. If the game doesn't decide to keep crashing on me.
Yeah, I don't know when that will be. I have not been looking at the quest level.
No, like I know which quest you'll run into, so when you get there, I'll just have to... Like, I know what's coming up and what happens between then, so I'll just keep an eye on what you're doing and just make sure I turn it on.
Yeah, so...
when you get that far.
Fire, classic, just fireball, and firebolt. What's the... What's the spell that Chris used all the time? The 3 bolts of fire? I can't remember the spell name.
I don't remember either.
You had the magic item that also let you cast it.
Oh, the Ray one. I can't think of it either.
Scorching
Ray, that's
Scorching
it.
Ray.
I was gonna say Ray of Frost, but that's not at all the same. Yeah, Scorching Ray. So Scorching Ray, you have Wall of Fire. What else do you have? Delayed Fireball.
Fireball, delayed fireball, scorching ray, wall of fire. But like even though there's only those, like I'm pretty sure there's more fire spells, but you don't need more because you can just upcast them.
Yeah.
And like they already have a shit ton of damage and most of them are huge AoEs.
Even Earth has decent spells.
Well, there's no Earth element, but it's like...
No, but like Earth-related spells.
Yeah, like Poison and Acid there's a pretty killer combo with that. I don't remember what it is, but like it's fucking better than cold. Like,
I'm sure like force is probably better than cold or psionic. Actually, psionic's probably better because you
yeah.
got a bunch of psionic stuff now.
So, like, I did, like, build out a list, because, like, without looking up other people's cold sorcerer builds, I wanted to, like, just go through all the spells and figure out one for myself. Oh, also, Chromatic Orb is just a good first level spell for every single build, because you choose the element.
Yeah, I have it. It's a great thing. You just, okay, I need this element. Like,
yeah. Like, I don't remember the exact name of the expansion module. I think it's like Evil Elementalist or something like that.
Elemental Evil?
Yes. Before that, there was like 4 spells, period. And I don't even think it was that high that did cold damage.
Really?
One of them is a cantrip, and one of them is Chromatic Orb. And the rest are like 7th level. 5th and 7th
Wait,
level.
Cone of Cold didn't exist at that point?
Are you thinking of the spell that I used?
No,
as
I'm
Sheila?
thinking of Cone of Cold. The cone-shaped frost alien.
I don't remember.
Is it not Cone of Cold?
No, yes, that's the 5th level spell.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, Cone of Cold is the 5th level spell. Ice Storm is the 7th level spell.
Yep.
And then there was Chromatic Orb. Oh no, wait. Ice Storm is 4th level? That doesn't sound right.
I don't think Ice Storm is particularly great. Like, the ice does damage, but then it's the blunt part of it.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's 46 cold and 2d8 bludgeoning. So like it's not even pure cold, so you don't even get to take full effect from... Oh, right, and this is why it's bad. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 5th level or higher, the bludgeoning damage increases by 1d8 for each slot level above 4th.
Yeah, not the frost.
The frost, the cold damage does not increase.
Yeah, that's a bizarre move.
Like, ugh. I'm pretty sure that there is a 7th or 8th level cold spell, but that's a fucking 7th or 8th level cold spell. And then, like, every other ice-related spell or water-related spell is just control.
Yes. Yeah, that
like,
sounds about right.
So, like, it's, like... And even Evil Elementalist, or whatever it's called, it added Snillix Snowball Swarm, it added Ice Knife. Oh, maybe Snillix Snowball Swarm is the other good high-level spell. Maybe that was before Evil. Is it Evil Elementalist or Elementalist Evil?
Just look it up.
I just know that I just always remember that the short form is EE. Anyways, the point is,
Elemental Evil. Player's Companion, Elemental Evil is what it's called.
Yeah. Ice Knife didn't exist. Snillick Snowball Swarm might have existed, but even Snillick Snowball Swarm isn't that good.
Yeah, one sec. Now I want to know what spells of each type exist.
Like, Ice Knife is decent. I actually got a lot of use out of it as Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's also bad.
Ice Knife, yeah. You can hit your own party with it.
Like, it's bad because you have to roll to hit, and then they also roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, but do they?
Yeah, so you roll to hit, and if you hit, the knife does a bit of piercing damage, I think. And then the ice shatters, and every creature in a 5-foot radius of where it shatters rolls a dexterity saving throw and takes half damage or full cold damage from the explosion of the ice. So if you miss your roll, you don't get the piercing damage, but it still explodes and shatters at the point where it hits, which, as far as I know, most DMs just make it where, at least how I ran it, or like how I said it worked, was that if you miss the creature, it like hits the wall or floor next to them, so that at the very least you're still doing half the cold damage to the creature you wanted to hit. Because that's the other part. They roll a saving throw to dodge the ice.
I mean, like, there's still ice spells, like Fire Shield has an ice version, like in the writing.
Yeah.
So it's literally both elements. Ice Storm, Cone of Cold, Freezing Sphere, Investiture of Ice, Investiture, I never say it right. But that doesn't really do damage.
And look at the levels of the spells too, as well as
they
do damage or not.
I am. Wall of Ice is 6th level, really?
Yep. Wall of
Prismatic
Ice...
Spray.
I don't count
Spray.
Prismatic Spray. Prismatic Spray is like Chromatic Orb in that it can work for anything, but is not... Like, unlike Chromatic Orb, it's not particularly good at anything.
Form of Vengeance? What the heck is that?
Sounds like something new.
It must... No, it's from the basic rules.
Really? Doesn't sound new.
A churning storm forms on a centered point you can see. Radius of 360 feet. Lightning flashes in the area, thunder boom, strong winds. For each creature under the cloud, must make a Constitution saving on a failed save. The creature takes 2d6 thunder damage and becomes deafened for 5 minutes. Pretty cool. Each round you maintain concentration on the spell. The storm produces different effects. So acidic rain is round 2. You can call bolts of lightning on round 3. You can call hail on round 4. And at 5 to 10, you can make gusts of freezing rain.
So, sounds like a all-element spell, not just cold.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you limit yourself a little bit if you don't. Like, if it involves the element, I would take it. Like, I feel like that's limiting yourself a little too much.
Okay. So the reason why I limit myself like that when I talk about cold spells is because like particularly for how that spell worked and how Prismatic Spray worked. Prismatic Spray is random.
Well, Prismatic Spray, I know, is random.
Like, that's why I said it's not, like, Chromatic Orb and Prismatic Spray are similar, but Prismatic Spray is random, so you don't always get the benefit of your Elemental Adept.
Yeah.
Or any other bonuses. Like, I forget what Chris took that let him add. I think it was +5 damage
Probably
or to
elemental,
hit.
yeah.
No, it was something else that let him, like, add.
Oh, it was part of his thing. You pick like the dragon sorcerer.
Right, that was it. I never liked Draconic Origin, so I've never really looked into it past
It's cool.
Scan. Like, it works and it's good, but I don't know. Just between Draconic Origins and Wild Magic, I almost always want to use Wild Magic because it's just more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Draconic Origins is definitely better. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, just playing what you enjoy is more important than playing what is good.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I love the element of water and ice. Like any game I play, I try to make something themed around it. It's kind of why I picked Conjurer, because it was like attuning with the elements and stuff, and I wasn't sure, but I was half hoping that healing would be like water related when I saw that earth and wind are your damage. Technically it is.
It is, but like if you really want ice, Black Mage exists.
Yeah, like Black Mage
I mean,
has Blizzard.
The entire AoE rotation, as far as I remember, is just the ice spells.
But like in a game like this, I also prefer support to damage. So
yeah, no, that's fair.
I was fine with, like, technically the cure spells have a bit of a aquatic theming to them.
I always consider them more wind-like than anything.
Really?
I mean, I could be wrong,
But they're blue, and the arrow is green.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
But yeah, no, just like, I've spent a lot of time going over the cold spells in D&D, and like, Sorcerer is my favorite class, second only to Rogue, and I don't even know if that's true. I think Rogue is second to Sorcerer.
Yeah.
But
I think I've only ever seen you play Rogue. Oh no, you played Rogue twice.
I am trying to think of what you're referring to when I've only played in one game.
Well, technically, you played Sheila when she was Sorcerer Rogue.
Oh,
You played the other character that I don't remember. And they were just
I was
purely-
thinking, I'm gonna be completely honest, I genuinely forgot I switched characters in that campaign.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember. I don't even know why you switched characters. Did everyone switch characters? I don't remember.
I switched characters because I broke Sheila. And she felt useless to me.
Oh, like your multi-classing screwed up.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
And like, I kept, like, I had the option to redo levels, except my argument, and this was before Tasha's, so like we didn't have the optional rules for how that would work. yet.
Yeah.
My argument for you guys changing stuff with your characters, and a rule I held myself to for changing stuff on my character, was that if it's an ability that you use and have used a lot, then you can't just
Why would
suddenly
you change?
say you don't have it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I had 2 levels rogue, 2 levels sorcerer, and at 2nd level rogue you get
I should have known it would
what's
be
the
you.
ability called? That lets you dash as a bonus action.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but
I don't remember. I didn't play Rogue long enough to tell you the answer. Jesus.
If you come here uninvited,
Soul Knife was fun, but it didn't fit the character. Well, it fit the character, but I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember what the ability is
Tell me
called,
why
but
you
I
are- One
sec,
used
I
it
can pull it
all
up.
the time. Like,
Oh, yeah,
basically,
mine.
every turn I was...
Cunning action, that's it.
Cunning action, yeah. I would cunning action dash and either attack
So,
or use a
you
spell
seek to stem the
every
Dravanian tide with
turn.
talk. A romantic notion.
So, like,
If you but knew the
but
truth,
because I was
the
split like
spark
that,
which lit the
my sneak
flames of
attack
this
was weak,
animosity,
if I even
you would
had it.
understand the
My
futility
spells
of
were
your
weak because I
quest.
couldn't upcast and I was very limited in spell slots.
I mean, you probably would have evened out fine if you kept going.
Oh,
Right.
by late game it
That
would have
which
been
the Holy
fine.
See has taken such
The problem
pains
was
to
reaching
suppress.
late game, because every fight I felt like I was more of a burden to the fight than anything else.
Then, yeah. Yeah.
'Twas more than a
So,
millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of
I didn't
Kurthas
want
as
to
its home.
do sorcerer because you were
Unfortunately
playing
for them,
sorcerer.
Kurthas was
If I was
already
like,
home to dragonkind,
the reason why I was
and they
fine
were
with
not
Sheila was
inclined
because
to
she
make
was
way for
going
the
to be
invaders.
multi-classing,
Thus did a bloody
because I
war
always
begin.
wanted to try that build,
A
but
war which
I
might
broke
well
it
have
too
rumbled
early.
on until one or the other side was exterminated. Had it not been for the
Which,
resolve of a single woman.
to that point,
That woman's name
it probably wouldn't have
was
mattered
Shiva.
as much if we weren't fighting fucking giants and orcs every other fight,
While those
I mean,
around
that
her
was the
fought and
module, though.
died, she attempted to
which
parley
could have
with the
been
dragons,
adjusted by the
and in so
DM.
doing discovered them to be possessed
Yeah,
of
but
profound
like,
intelligence
the module
and reason.
itself is what it's
The
based
great
upon.
wand
Yes.
Teresfelga
So I
in
expect
particular
it to
so
be
enchanted Shiva that
as
she found
such.
herself growing to love the creature.
Yeah, like,
who
don't
her
get me
people
wrong, like,
considered a monster.
I understand that the module is
In the
about
eyes
giants
of a
and
near
stuff.
immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as
I
that
think you
of
should be a little bit
fresh
kinder
cut
to your
rose.
players and not have them start
Scarce
fighting
has the
frost
flower
giants at level
bloomed
4.
before it begins to fade and wither.
I've always been fighting them. I don't remember. It's been
Yes.
so long.
We started fighting frost giants at level 4,
He knew that all
and
too soon, death would snatch her
it
away
was
from
a
him.
citywide fight,
Unable
which
to
meant
bear
we
the
had to
thought of
split
their
the
separation,
party,
the maid
and we
bid
were
the worm
fighting
consume
multiple
her,
frost
that their
giants
spirits might be entwined
with
for eternity.
very weak NPCs.
Though loath to perform the deed,
Yeah, I mean,
Teresfelga
and
Which,
to
again,
reiterate,
yes, it's
that
the
was the
module.
module.
soon
Like
thereafter,
I think
the tale of their
that fight was
ill-fated
literally
past
from the
throughout
module.
two warring
The fight is from
factions.
the module.
No
I
more
think
could
you
they
can
raise
retime
blade
it
or
so that
claw
it's a little
against
bit
one
more
another,
doable.
knowing that the souls of their kin were so
Yeah.
inextricably
I don't know.
bound.
I mean-
I really shouldn't criticize like that because I
In the
also
days that
ran my
followed,
module as written,
man and dragon
but
learned
Dragon
to live
Heist
in
was also a
harmony,
lot more
and together built a nation unlike
considerate
any the world
of
had ever known.
player
Yeah.
level.
For 200
It was
years,
designed
this
like that. I think that was the
age
reason for
of
making.
Well, actually,
As it
I
would to
can't even
this
say
day,
that accurately because
had vilest envy not
I was
stirred in the
asked to let
hearts
you
of the
guys start at
Elezen.
level 3, so I did.
It is said
And
that worms
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
module
right.
is designed for
to
level 1.
boundless reserves of vitality
Yeah.
found within their
Like,
eyes. And 'twas
That
in this
module,
belief
Storm
that a
King's Thunder,
traitorous band
you're
of
supposed to
knights
start at level
deceived
1
their allies of some 2 centuries,
and do
and
some
took by
exploring
force that which they
and
coveted.
fighting and getting experience. Then you're supposed to fight giants. Not drink a potion and suddenly be level 4 and then go fight giants.
Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to
Just
unleash his wormlings upon
saying.
Ishgard,
Yeah,
was the
I
great
vaguely
dragon who
remember
lost an
that.
eye to Elezen
It's
treachery.
been such a long time.
And until he
But
prizes it from the
yeah,
hands of the traitor's progeny, no
it was still
amount
fun.
of conciliatory words will
But,
stay his fury.
I think every D&D campaign should try to have some combat in the first session. I think it's a really good way to actually bring characters together.
Yeah, I know pretty much every campaign I've been in has been combat first session, or at least close to first.
Yeah, like the session last Sunday, like we're stuck in this tavern, and I kept thinking to myself, okay, when's the monster gonna show up? When are we gonna roll initiative? What are we gonna do? Like, what is the point of this session? Oh, hello, Nidhogg's Eye. I've been completely talking over this cutscene.
Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly.
Yeah.
Needless to say,
going back to your point about changing skills you use, the only time I ever changed like a character and entirely was one of my more recent characters that went from rogue to rune knight. And that was
for another reason.
For a couple different reasons. One was that the person who was our tank died. So I was like, shit, who's gonna fill that spot? And then I thought, wait a minute, I can do that because lore-wise, my character was related to them. So I thought, okay, well, if, they died protecting us and protecting me, I would, want to be the one to do the protecting in their stead. So, I would take up that position. So it worked out, well, but I wouldn't just, flat out change a class.
Yeah,
in a situation.
The solution to the issue that I was having with Sheila was to take away the levels of rogue and put them into sorcerer.
Very well.
Which I couldn't do because I was using cunning action like 100,000 times a fight.
I mean, you still could have. You just had to find some reasoning for it. That's how I would look at it.
Yeah, which there was no reasoning for it other than that I felt weak in fights and wanted to not feel useless if the campaign was going to be majority fights. So I just made a character.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then the reason why Thievel was just pure rogue was, one, we were about to do a heist, and I thought, well, new rogue would be more useful than new sorcerer. Oh, I'm connecting to a crystal? Also, I was right about Nidhogg not caring about the eye anymore. Or there being an additional reason to the eye. But also, while talking to Iceheart, I just had a heart attack and connected to a crystal for some reason.
Yeah. What was this other reason? I don't remember.
Don't know yet. But Estinian literally has the eye, and we're out in the middle of nowhere, and he's saying Nidhogg doesn't care about the eye. He just wants vengeance against Ishgard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's like, yes, he wants the eye, but also he clearly doesn't care that much about the eye.
Oh, okay. But you're right on that one.
The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint.
The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Alright, so I am reconnecting with Hydaelyn and the crystals.
Grants
well,
thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Thank you for
I accidentally pulled 2 level 13 mobs.
Thank you for the additional plot stuff. Anyways, the whole reason why I started talking about D&D is because I posed... We're not playing tomorrow. Because people were going to be busy. So before we started, I posed the question of would people be interested in me running a combat scenario, because there's a lot of new players that have not played anything D&D before,
it's the first time.
and we didn't get into combat last week, so before we do officially, I wanted to see if people would want to. And first response was just a YouTube comment meme saying, every D&D campaign I've ever played in has been marked by the player's inability to perform simple tasks. The party can't so much as buy sandwiches without seducing a goat, killing the mayor, and opening a portal to hell in the town square. Then initiative is rolled, and suddenly they're a flawless death squad that could kill God. And I'm just like, yeah, that's basically how last week went, but we still haven't done combat, so and the DM just responded like 5 minutes ago saying go for it, if anyone wants to show up they can, which I was kind of going to do it without his permission regardless, because it was going to be non-canon. It was just to give people a chance to roll some dice and actually see how combat works. Yeah, and then someone else said something about not getting to play yet, so they are interested, to which the DM is responding. So I have had one person respond to my actual message in relation to playing tomorrow, which was that maybe, but they'll be at a sleepover, so they might be busy. So I don't know if I should say anything in response to that, or just wait and see if there's even going to be enough people, because if there's only 1 or 2 people, it's not worth doing. We'll just have to watch them figure it out mid-fight. But I also just like talking about D&D, so it works out.
That's fair.
Speaking of D&D, have you had a chance to skim over the stuff I've written?
You know what? I'll admit, I looked at it vaguely, and then entirely forgot. So I will do that now.
That's fine. You don't need to. I'm still writing
now that
everything.
Now that you've mentioned it as well, take a gander at it.
I still haven't decided if I want to finish writing plot for the homebrew campaign, or if I want to run a module while writing it to play test the system.
Always have Strahd. It's sitting here.
Always have Strahd, and Baldur's Gate, and Mines of Phandelver.
Oh, the intro one?
Yep. I bought the starter kit set because I thought it'd be a good place to start, and then no one in our group actually had any interest playing.
I mean, we did, eventually.
Eventually, but I'm still kind of salty about that. Week after week, day after day, conversation about, oh, we should play D&D, oh, we should play D&D. No one does anything about it, so I go, alright, I'm gonna go buy some shit. If someone wants to run it, they can. Otherwise, I just want to buy some D&D shit. No one wanted to run it.
At some point I'll try running something, but
and that's the thing, right? Like, you and Cass had D&D experience, so I was hoping one of the two of you would run it, because at least you guys actually had some experience with the game, so it made more sense that one of you would run it.
Yeah, I probably should have, or could have, not sure, but could have tried my hand at it,
Yeah, but neither of you wanted to, was the thing.
No,
So it just, I bought the stuff and then nothing happened for years. Until eventually I was just like, I was watching Dice Camera Action, and I was just like, you know what? If no one else will run it, I will. And then I told everybody, fuck it. If you guys want to play, I'm gonna, like, let's just fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played. And it was fun.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened in high school. It was like, we spent ages talking about it, and then, one of my friends just like, alright, we'll play. I made this stuff, we'll play.
Yeah, that's when
But I think if I remember things correctly, it was homebrew from the start. That was entirely written. I feel like it was. I don't remember us ever cracking open a module, because that's part of why we didn't understand the game entirely.
Like, if you don't
because
even
nobody really read the rules. Like, we read enough to know what was going on, but nobody read it enough to clear up anything. And whenever we asked each other if we knew what we were doing, we would just instantly respond yes. So that's how, you know, armor class ended up as a number that went down. There were stupid broken weapons that were just handed out at like second level. You know, we were just having a good time. It didn't matter.
The weapon that does a d20 of damage.
Yeah, I think that's actually still in that character sheet. I'll have to pull that out.
Good. It should never leave.
But yeah, it was just stuff like that. Now that it gets brought up, like, currently, we look back on it and, like, just kind of laugh about it and have a good time and be like, what were we doing?
Yeah, like, once you know, it's like, God, were we stupid? But when you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, no, it's...
How do I save this cat?
What?
As far as I can tell, there's no way up here.
No, maybe you don't.
Do I literally have to wait till I get flying in this area to do a side quest?
No, it's gotta be a way, but I don't know.
Unless there's a way up in this building, which I don't think there is. Because this door doesn't open. There's nothing over there. And there's nothing back here. Yeah, like... I don't think I can get up there. And I don't see any way to climb the scaffolding. Maybe up there? No. Yeah, no, I think I have to get flying. As far as I can tell, there's no way up other than flying. Interesting. That's a funny side quest. Yeah, doing that made me realize that if I ever want something to happen, I just have to organize it and do it.
When it comes to D&D, yeah.
Like anything, like even hanging out with people, like.
Oh yeah, no, that's makes sense. To interrupt you, the pricing and stuff makes sense. Like I just glanced over it. The only thing that I mean, it's probably not that much of an issue. Because I don't know exactly how much experience you would get at a time. But like the cost of the travel-related stuff. Like,
yeah.
Is it per mile? It's one experience, like it's.
Yes. I think I wrote the per mile next to the gold and just didn't write it next to experience, but it is per mile as well.
Okay, yeah, it's the only thing I'm iffy about, because like you go from the lower cost of gold, but I guess experience is more abundant.
Yeah, like the way I was thinking about it was like if you kill a goblin, like if you're lucky, they might have like 10 gold on them. but they're worth 50 experience to kill.
Okay, yeah. That's more what I was looking for. Was the exact. Okay, no, that seems reasonable.
Like, to be completely honest, I did kind of use Goblin as, like, my baseline. But, like, there's other weaker challenge rating creatures, but that are worth less experience, but you probably aren't going to get any gold off of either. And, oh, I should send you the... I should. I started making, like, a list of side quests. And, like, potential experience and gold rewards based on difficulty for it. Which, like, that would be, like, the main source of gold and experience.
Yeah.
But, overall, I think double the gold cost seems fair.
Like, it seems alright. I'm sure once you see it in motion, you know, it might be different, but... Motion, whatever, you know what I mean.
In action.
Yeah.
Making side quests is kind of annoying, if I'm being completely honest.
Why is my pen focusing this?
Like, I'm just trying to think about, like, optional things that I've already done. And it's like, I could do it again, but then if I have the same players, then, like, if they remember it, then they just know what to expect.
Yeah.
But, like, they're still good side quests. But, like,
because some of the side quests from the other campaign were decent.
And that's the thing, though, right? Like,
some of them I don't even remember. I just remember the only side quest I vaguely remember is, ironically enough, one where I also died, and I got, like, my ass handed to me by a bunch of scarecrows for no reason.
I like that one.
And that's the only one I really remember.
That one was fun to make and run. 'Cause, like, the way that side quest is written in the book, you're supposed to be told that it's scarecrows. Or you're supposed to be told that it's a scarecrow, and then it turns out that there's 3. And I just changed it to, the fields are getting destroyed every night, go figure it out. And you guys just, like, looked at each field and went, huh, okay, time to go home. And then the scarecrows followed you home.
Yeah, no, that was pretty fun.
Like, that's one that I would do a repeat of, probably. Just because it was...
I probably should have taken levels in Rogue as Glenn. That probably would have been a decent move.
You were going to multi-class, just you wanted to hit a certain level before you did, and then we started doing Mad Mage, and you just fucking died. and we're done with Glenn.
Well, I died and then realized, wait, we don't have anyone to stop the enemies, and then went, I guess I'll be a tank.
Yeah,
it was basically what happened.
Yeah, we had no tank. We had 2 wizards, a monk.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had 2 wizards.
Bard.
I forgot that there was 2 wizards, or a wizard and a sorcerer.
No, it was 2 wizards.
Was it 2 wizards?
Chris joined later as a sorcerer.
Okay, yeah.
It started as 2 wizards, one of whom died, and then the twin sister joined the party.
Oh yes, yeah. I forgot about that. Did they die like the first or second session that we started that? I don't remember.
Yep. Actually, I think he wasn't there for the first session, and then died the second or third one. It was
What was I waiting for Bard? There's nothing here that there must have been something I wanted specifically.
All I remember is that you wanted...
Oh, you know what? I think at the time when we were doing Mad Mage, we were only like level 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted Mantle of Whispers.
Yes.
And then after that, I was going to multi-class.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh no. I know the weekly dungeon crawl wasn't particularly interesting for a lot of people, but I feel like the module is actually fine. Yes, I still think it should be run alongside something else.
Yeah, I think part of the other problem is by the time you get to the floors that are interesting, you've slugged through floors of dungeon crawling, right?
Here's the thing.
Would you get to the, or maybe not? I don't know. Maybe I misremember it.
From what I read through, I would say that the only boring levels are the first 2.
Yeah.
Because the 3rd level has Skullport and the Turf War. And then the 4th level had the Aboleth. And then the 5th level was the Forest, and then you guys skipped the 6th level, but it's full of like demons and stuff.
Interesting.
And the 7th level, which is where we ended, had the Giants, which had a twist as well, which you guys didn't get to figure out because we ended after you pissed off 2 of the Giants.
Did Braxos die? Is that where we left him? I feel like that's what happened.
Braxos tried to like keep the party safe.
And they got absolutely wrecked. I think it's what happened.
Like he got knocked out, and then while retreating, I still remember this because I still think it was so poorly handled by the other players.
Yeah, but I think we all admitted it in the end. We're like, yeah, that could have gone a lot better.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Hindsight is 2020.
Oh, for me it wasn't hindsight. I was thinking, why aren't they doing...
Well, no, to you, but I mean to the rest of us. Like, looking back at it, it's like, yeah, that could have been better.
Okay, let me put it this way. If you ever end your turn without using at least your action, you're doing something wrong. Like, even if the action is to dash, you're doing something wrong if you're not using your action.
Yeah, no, I've come to realize that. with playing Wizard. Like, I should be doing something.
So, like, there were all these turns where they weren't even dashing with their action. And I'm just watching this happen, like, you have a unconscious player, you have potions, you have other options, and you're ending your turn by running 30 feet and not doing any. Okay, that's your choice. Moving on.
Yeah, I mean,
like, yes, obviously.
I just know I died. I don't remember much of the exact situation.
Like, obviously, unlucky that you rolled 1 success and then 3 fails.
I thought I rolled a nat 1.
Oh yeah, that was it. You rolled 1 success and then 1 fail and then a nat 1.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because it was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So like suddenly you have. Like, I think someone said after that they thought that there'd be more time to do something, and
there should have been. It's just the chance of getting the nat 1 is.
But that's just it. That's metagaming.
Well, yeah.
That's hardcore metagaming because you're paying attention to the death rolls.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like, would you not pay attention to what's going on? Like,
not like that. Like that's too metagaming even for me. Cause like think about it, if we were in a dungeon and one of our allies just got knocked unconscious. My first thought is what they thought: get as far away as possible so that they don't take more damage and get more hurt. Right? That makes sense. Getting away makes sense. But like, even if you're paying attention to the mechanic of death saves and you know that you have some time before they bleed out, they are still bleeding out.
Yeah, no, that's,
Like, you should never think, oh, they have 1 success and 1 save, so that gives us at least 1 more turn. Right? Like, because if you're at 1 success and 1 save, then the thought is, well, if they fail again, then I do something.
Yeah. No. That's fair.
That is super metagaming. And to me, if I'm in a situation with someone bleeding out, first, get to somewhere safe, where we're safe for a little bit. Try to heal them. I have a fucking magic potion that can close up their wounds and get them out of danger. I'm gonna fucking use it.
Yeah.
Or try to bind the wounds so that you don't bleed out, which is the medicine check to stabilize.
Yeah.
And like, technically, I had an NPC that could have done that. But in that situation, he is not, like, that NPC is a warrior, not a healer or medic or anything. So he sees that the tank is down. He is the next tankiest character on the team. He is going to distract the enemy so that the rest of the party has a chance to get away and heal and stabilize. And like I said, there were unused actions for several turns, any one of which could have been used to heal, use the potion, try to stabilize.
Yeah.
Like,
that's yeah.
Like, it's over and done with, and you ended up Braxel ended up getting revived, but like
regardless, yeah.
Like that's something that I don't think should have happened. That was an unnecessary death on the player's part, not
on the actual encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've had encounter-based deaths on Wednesday, where I got mind controlled and absolutely disintegrated another character. Like, you know, that's a permanent death. Or like, what was the more recent one? We tossed an instant death spear, basically. There's more to it than that, but the spear is supposed to kill, like, immortal people. And if normal people touch it, they die. Well, it got tossed, missed. The boss looked at it and went, "Did you really just throw that next to me, where I can just throw it back to you?" And yeeted a player. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, and like even like when we started, I made unbalanced encounters that resulted in player deaths, which is why I was very lenient with getting you guys revived, because even to me,
you were still trying to figure things out.
I was trying to figure things out, and it felt unfair that I put such a difficult fight for your level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was a mistake I made as the DM. A mistake made by the players that resulted in
that's different. That's different.
Like, there's not a lot I can do about that. So, yeah. I just think it's funny now. Mm-hmm. And as a player, I will never not use an action when I have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because that's just not playing smart. I hate to say it like that, but it's really not.
It'd be different if you held your action.
Yes, that is true.
But you should probably go. It is almost 4 o'clock.
Yeah. I don't want to stop talking about D&D. Here, before I forget, and before I rate someone and end the stream, let me send you the side quest table as well. So all I've done for this is, you remember from Dragon Heist, like chapter 2 was literally just, here's a table of side quests.
Yeah.
That
you just take that.
That you use to go from level 2 to level 3, then you can continue the story. Yeah, I just took every quest from that and tried to figure out what the golden experience cost would be. And like I tried to keep
golden experience, you say? Is that a JoJo's reference? Don't worry, just keep going. You'll get it when you get that far.
Damn it, Matt. I tried to keep level cost in mind versus anything else, because like you can only use experience to buy levels, right?
Yeah.
But anything else, you can use gold or experience. So, like, buying the ability levels and actual levels is, like, the main purpose of experience. But I also want there to be enough experience in the economy that you have the option between using gold or experience.
Yeah.
Like if you're going through a particularly tough time where you're not finding a lot of gold, and you need some emergency supplies, then the experience option is there.
That makes sense.
So I did want to talk about abilities and if you had any thoughts for a few more, but I guess we'll have to save that for another time.
Yeah, you should probably go.
Yeah, I need to go eat dinner and go to work. So,
well, that was fun.
It was a lot of fun. We're gonna raid Salty Soya. So, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you to all the lurkers and active chatters. You all know who you are. I'll be back Monday for, Roguelike Roulette. So see you then. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Matt, say bye.
I did.
Bye.
See ya.
Look for me.